Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Nation. I just wanted to talk just for a hot second. I don't want to be long. I just really wanted to go ahead and get this off my chest, right? I really did. But this is, even though we probably might share a laugh or two or three, it's going to be real though, because this is a real life scenario that, a lot of people fails to see. And what a lot of these new these GMs of today, um, fail to see, right? You see, when we looking at a player, right, he can have all the talent in the world, but there's some people that made it to the NFL because they had extreme amounts of talent, but they fell off. You know why? Because of their mindset. Now, I know some of y'all is probably looking at like, okay, now what do you mean? Like, you got Dak Prescott in the title, and Dak Prescott was an MVP candidate on more than one occasion. So that can't be Dak Prescott. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Dak Prescott. Not on the fact that he ain't made it, because if you look at his career, about the statistics that he done put up, right? It'll be a career that a lot of quarterbacks would like to have. That's not to take that away, right? But the standard of what a quarterback should be and do and should be for the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott doesn't meet that. So I wanted to go ahead and look at it, right? Because this may be an inside joke, right? For a few of the people that be rocking with me, right? See, but and then again, it's the real deal, because we had this saying over here. Dak Prescott needs some of that fried chicken. We got a saying over here that talks about Dak Prescott needing some fried chicken. Now, I know we're going to look at it in some clips and you can be like, what this got to do with football? This has everything to do with football, man. You see, now I want to show this quick clip real quick, man. I just want to show this quick clip, man. Right? I want y'all to look at this, man. Right? Because, like, even though, like, a lot, like, when we talk about Dak Prescott needing some fried chicken, right? And maybe needed to go ahead and upgrade it, maybe go ahead and maybe get some chocolate on his side, right? Even though we say that jokingly, we still have some serious to that manner, because we understand the mentality that a player should have, especially playing a collision sport like football, especially when you the quarterback and you the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, trust will be back. Now, stay with me, y'all. Stay with me, because this is all going to make sense in the end. Now, let's look at this, man. Dak, does that even match? Like, should you even be like, look, man, I ain't the person, man, that be up in here dancing, man. I'm a boogie sometime, man, but I ain't wanted to be dancing, right? But I mean, in that setting, with that song being played, I mean, I know for a fact that I'm not gonna be doing this now. Like what we doing here, folks? Like, now you got her, right? Who we kind of recommended, right? Not her specifically, but y'all get what we saying here, man. We're trying to keep the football in, but now he around where he should be around, right? He around. I mean, he got caught up, in something, even though he beat it, because we knew that he was innocent, but that's another thing. We won't get into that right now, right? But that's who he should be around, right? Just for a mindset point of view, because we understand that there's certain factors that go on in the mindset that, your surroundings could assist you with, right? And we try to figure out, like, in this setting, this is what you choose to do, right? Now, let me go ahead and go to this real quick, right? This is former Cowboy, Hall of Fame left tackle, Tyron Smith. Now, we know that Tyron Smith has some dog in him, right? Yeah, right. So when he's in his environment and he's out there kicking and he's relaxed, what are you about, Tyron? Tyron said, "Damn, what that doing, man? We gonna get it cracking." Tyron said, "Damn, what that doing? We gonna go all the way." That's something that I would like for my quarterback to be doing. Now, in these settings, right, a lot how you go ahead and carry yourself, right, makes a big difference, right? It does, right? What comes out your mouth, what you do makes a big difference. Now, man, you just showed me two different clips of two different people, right? Right? Let me go ahead and show you this Dak Prescott again. Man, you didn't tell me two different clips of two different people. Like, they're having fun two times. Like, what do you mean? Okay. Yeah, well, now what you doing, Dak? What this is, Dak? Okay, okay. What? You was acting like you was sweating. I mean, I know you drink a lot of water now. Like what we doing here, Dak? We see how Tyron get down, right? Oh, so we rolling the dice. Ah, man, we rolling the dice. Okay, you throw it down. They say, "Wow, Dak, them is some extraordinary moves there that you got there, young man." Now you're like, what does this have to do with football? I'm gonna tell you what this has to do with football. Dak ain't got no swole. He ain't got no soul. And you're like, what do you mean Dak ain't got no soul? Dak ain't got no soul. And I'm gonna tell you why Dak ain't got no soul. Let me go ahead and give you an example. I want you to look at, let's go ahead and go to the white quarterback. Let's go to Joe Burrow, right? How does Joe Burrow carry himself? With confidence, right? He's gonna talk a little right? He gonna walk up the sideline and tell you I'm him. And he believes that he is him. And then when we look at what he does when he's healthy, it shows that he is him. I mean, any quarterback that young that goes to the Super Bowl and has an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, I mean, from what the Bengals used to be until what they are with you, I mean, that shows me that Joe Burrow, God damn it, you must be him. So we look at all these other quarterbacks, right? Let's look at the rookie, right? Let's look at CJ Stroud, right? CJ Stroud comes in and he just shows you off the rip he's confident. CJ Stroud done took the Texans, got him a playoff win, right? Now they got bounced, but he took them somewhere that they haven't been in quite some time. His rookie year. Interesting, with a rookie head coach. Interesting. I'm just giving you an examples, right? So there's other quarterbacks, right? Let's even go with the running back at quarterback, right? Jalen Hurts, the running back, right? Now, when we look at talent, Dak has more talent than Jalen Hurts. Yeah. But when we look at Jalen Hurts' approach to the game, it's just a little bit more solidarity, just a little bit more confidence, right? And Dak has backed up in his play. Even though Dak has more talent, Jalen Hurts has went farther. Interesting. So we look at Jared Goff. Jared Goff, 2 teams, 2 NFC championships, and damn near should just been 2 Super Bowl appearances in our reality. And then so we look at the makeup of your quarterback, right? So they like, okay, you done gave us examples about these other quarterbacks. How does this tie into Rain Dakota Prescott? Well, I'm here to tell you how this goes ahead and ties in to Rain Dakota Prescott, right? He has no confidence. He has no it factor. So it doesn't matter what he does. In the big moments, if you don't believe it, if you don't know that you are built for that moment, and you have confidence in executing in that moment, you see the pressure is too big for this man, right? It's too big. It has always been too big. They say, oh man, but he has been a candidate of being an MVP once when he was a rookie and now. So what do you mean? Well, like we've always been talking about, who has Dak Prescott played? When Dak Prescott plays tough teams, when it's time to be in the biggest of the moment, he folds. They say, but he sent Tom Brady home. Come on, y'all. Me, you, your mama, and everybody else knew that we was going to beat the brakes off the Tampa Bay Bucks. There wasn't no, oh my God, that wasn't no hellified win. That was something that we understood that we expected because we like, if we don't get that win, something is wrong. But we got that win. And then when we play a team that's actually going to go ahead and give you some resistance, what we do? He doesn't show up. And it's crazy because it wasn't like the Packers was just more talented than what the Dallas Cowboys had. That wasn't the case. That was not the case. But they seen a couple things. They knew a couple things. And they went on ahead and understood who Dak Prescott was. He folds in the big games. No matter what you want to go ahead and try to blame the defense on. Because the defense have gave Dak Prescott good performances. Just see, people tend to forget about that, right? He has been in playoff games where the defense have done just enough for him to go ahead and take care of the rest. But did Rain Dakota Prescott take care of the rest? Absolutely not. So we're not going to go ahead and use this Green Bay Packers as an excuse, even though it's the most recent thing in our mind. There's been plenty of opportunities where Dak Prescott should go ahead and come on top, but he never does because he doesn't have that makeup. He doesn't have the confidence. You know, we tell him, why is we taking tuna casserole to the cookouts? Why is we not bringing barbecue chicken, fried chicken, cornbread, fish, and collard greens? Why are we not bringing that to the table? We over here at a setting, right? At this setting, as you can see, this man done brought tuna casserole to a fried chicken. You know? They just like, oh, that's Dak Prescott. Really him. Look at him. No soul. And that same thing, that same demeanor is what he takes on the field. You know, people look at me sometimes kind of funny, be like, when I say, man, I want some felons on my team. I want some thugs on my team, right? And I made this statement, I believe it was yesterday or the day before on Twitter. And I've seen a little video about Trey Lance. And I said that, is the Dallas Cowboys really open to somebody like Trey Lance? Right? Somebody that possibility not going to be a good boy. Somebody that brings a different demeanor to the quarterback position. Not this humble, I'm going to follow these instructions. And somebody that's going to bring kind of a little right? They say that, oh, Dez Bryant and Amari Cooper Lee, because they might have spoke out, right? They say that Jerry Jones don't like it when players speak out. They don't like it when they show a type of confidence where they don't fall in line and they don't play that good boy act. Well, it's a potential from looking at Trey Lance that he might not fit that mold, right? Not saying that he Quincy Carter, but he might fall into that Quincy Carter mold. So my thing is the Dallas Cowboys open to a quarterback like Trey Lance? Or do they want to go ahead and waste their years some more and give this man a contract who has underperformed in the big games his whole career just because he gonna go ahead and do the right things because they think is the best business move instead of the right football move. See, this team makes a lot of business moves, but not enough football moves, right? You know, when we look at these players, they want to go ahead and make, he does the right things. Yeah, he don't have this against him in the offseason. Okay, but is he the right player, though? Can he get the job done? And as you can see, when we've been getting some of these players, their mentality has been all wrong, and it shows up on the field. If you soft off the field, what makes you think you ain't going to be soft on the field? If you don't have an edge off the field, what makes you think you're going to have an edge on the field? They say, Rain Dakota Prescott is one of the biggest competitors I know. Okay, cool. There's a whole lot of people who go ahead and likes to compete. But what separates others? The mentality, right? You know, when, say, for instance, to all my investors out there, what do they say? You have to look at money just a little bit different. You have to do things that the average person won't do. Well, when we look at Rain Dakota Prescott, when we look at the quarterback position, what does he do mentally that these other quarterbacks don't do? You see, you can do all the work that you want to do. You can look at all the film that you want to look at. But if you ain't got it, especially at the quarterback position, playing for the Dallas Cowboys, if you don't got it, these are the results that you will get. Yeah, you may look good sometimes. You may go ahead and get some wins sometimes. You may even get lucky sometimes. Yeah, if you keep rolling the dice, sometimes you might roll a 7 or 11. But at the same time, man, we've been rolling the dice for pretty much damn near 10 years. And we keep crapping out. Why? Because Will McClay, Jerry Jones, don't look at the mentality of these players the way that they should look at it. You can look at Tyron. Yeah, Tyron may be a well-spoken individual. He may be a quiet individual, but you see what type of mentality that Tyron is. Do you need me to go in, you feel me, and show you again? We see what type of mentality that Tyron got. Tyron ready to go ahead and get freaky deaky on this mug right now. You know what I mean? Tyron ready to get. We see what type of mentality that Tyron has. He said he ready to blow the whistle. You know? Tyron was ready to blow the whistle. But then when we look at Dak, right, we look at this mentality like, Dak, what are you doing in this setting, Dak? The same thing that you do on the football field. The same thing that you do on the football field. A whole lot of nothing. She ain't even paying homeboy no mind, man. You know, she out here dancing with her homegirl or whoever that is, man. They ain't paying Dak no mind, man. They like, he just all up in the camera. He want to roll the dice. He want to wipe sweat off his brow. The same thing that he does on the football field. A whole lot of nothing. Now, we know good and well, man. You know, he out here dancing like his name is Artie or something, you know? That ain't somebody, man, that Rain Dakota. Somebody like Rain Dakota Prescott, man. I mean, he dancing like his name is Rain Dakota Prescott. He playing football like his name is Rain Dakota Prescott. And that's something that we getting. We getting the results of somebody named Rain Dakota Prescott. He don't got that it. I keep telling you, no matter what kind of talent he got, there's a whole bunch of talented people in the NFL. A whole bunch. Right? Look at Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes is a winner. Patty Mahomes, you see Patty Mahomes got that swag on him, man. He built like Peyton Manning. It don't matter, though. Patty Mahomes, you see, he's like, when Patty Mahomes is on the field, you know Patty Mahomes is on the field, and you know special things is going to happen. When Joe Burrow is on the field, when he's healthy, you know special things. Even Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield don't got the talent like Dak Prescott, but look what Baker Mayfield then did with the Tampa Bay Bucks, though. with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Baker got all the confidence in the world. He may not got all the talent in the world to back it up, even though he was a number 1 overall pick, which I think that was too rich for him. But you see what confidence and the mentality can do for one in big games, right? You don't choke. You don't tighten up. You're relaxed. But he ain't cooking. He not cooking. Tyron got a sexy white girl attack with some. We actually wanted Dak to go in, and get some color around him. I think him getting some color around him will probably be some of the best thing that Dak can possibly do, right? Him eating some fried chicken will probably be some of the best things that Dak can possibly do. But you see the mentality of rain. He ain't making it rain on the field. I mean, do I need to play? Come on, man. Come on. I ain't trying to say, y'all know, man, I want to say a whole bunch right now, but I'm trying to keep it football. but you just got to look at him. Like, what you doing, man? Come on, man. That's what we doing now, man. Yeah, that's what we doing now. That man thought he was cooking. I'm just saying, y'all, mentality plays a big difference in this. It's everything at the quarterback position. I don't give a damn if you know how to go ahead and throw a 70, 80 yards. I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't care about none of that. Deacon, that Drake energy low. That Drake energy, man. I'm trying to figure out, man, what the hell Dak was doing, man. I was trying to figure out what the hell Dak doing. He can look at somebody and be like, no wonder. Well, you can hear somebody talking about, yeah, he got it. Yeah, he one of them ones. Yeah, okay, yeah. When you hear Dak talk, you like, man, is he gonna bring that tuna casserole to that cookout, man? Or is he gonna go ahead, man, and today, man, go ahead and bring them barbecue chicken, man, that fried chicken, man, them ribs, man. Is he gonna bring that potato salad there, man? Is he gonna bring them collard greens there, man? Like what is he gonna do? And then time and time again, we look at it and we just be like, yeah, See, like you could probably go here and blindfold all of them, right? And we could just look like, yeah, that's our quarterback right there. Yeah, he moves just like that. That's Dak right there, man. Yeah. No soul. And no soul on the field. He's soulless on the field. I know some of y'all probably still thinking that this doesn't matter. And I'm here to tell you that it does matter. It's bigger than just performing it's just bigger than having the talent and being able to throw, being able to run, being able to be functional at the court. It's bigger than that. What about up here? Personal, that that they can't teach, that it factor. He ain't got it. I mean, is it like Joe Burrow, man? See, man, look, man, Joe Burrow probably would have been doing this, man. Where they at? Joe Burrow probably would have been doing this, man. Look at your boy Tyron, man. Look at your boy Tyron. Look at your boy Tyron, man. Nobody ain't wasting no time, man. Tyron taking it back years ago, man, when you go ahead to them house parties in the garage, man. Tyron, man, hey, you already knew Tyron had something in him. He may not show you, he may not show you when he doing interviews on the field, but Tyron, hey, we trying to figure out, man, where is this at with Dak, man? That's all. We was just trying to figure, where was this at with Dak, man? Ah, hey man, hey man, for those of y'all man who love Dak, man, you can keep on being delusional and thinking that it's the coach, it's Jerry, it's the defense, it's the running game, it's the offensive line. You can go ahead and keep thinking all these things. You can keep thinking about all these things, and it still won't matter because he don't have that if factor. How would you feel if Dak took less? I think that's the main issue that folk keep debating because we know Trey probably won't be ready till next season if he can. No, I don't even want Dak on less. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to. I don't give a damn if Dak came back for $5 million a year. I don't want him. I'm ready to move on because I didn't see. He done did everything that he could possibly do. We didn't gave this man a run. He didn't had a run game before. He didn't have wide receiver. I don't want to hear about. He didn't have weapons before. He didn't had enough defense to go farther. It's. Mm-mm. I mean, at one point in time, you was in the playoffs and you had an opportunity. You had Amari Cooper, CD, and Gallup, and that's not enough. They say, "Oh, he does that." That's not enough. Amari, CD, and Gallup, and that was just at the wide receiver position. That's enough. And he can't get it done. What more could you go ahead and do? You can get that man what the Baltimore Ravens had, plus a running back. And it still won't be enough because he don't have it. Trey Lance, I want to see what he can do. I want him to get damn near all the reps. All the reps. We need to figure out, is Trey Lance one of them ones? I think Trey Lance can play. I'm telling y'all, I ain't BSing with y'all. I seen especially the way that the quarterback positions play today. Right? See, quarterbacks don't even got to see, and that's the cold thing about why Dak ain't even succeeding. He don't even have to see the whole field and still have success. These quarterbacks ain't even seeing the whole field and still having success. So when it comes down to reading, that's probably where Trey got to catch up. But the legs, the arm talent, that's all there. I seen it. I know he can do it. He just got to give a fair. It's crazy how the Niner fans still love Trey Lance. Still believe like he just didn't. Hey, it just wasn't a fit with us. It just wasn't. He just didn't work out. It wasn't because he wasn't good. See, that's what a lot of other Cowboy Nation is not realizing. It's not. See, just because something don't work out doesn't mean that it was you. Just it might have just not been that fit. But we done gave this man. This man done had different coaches, different offensive coordinators. Mike McCarthy done pretty much done dumbed it down for him to have success, and he still couldn't do it. He's still making the same type of mistakes in big games. The only way that we probably could wait is like we would have to like, and the cold thing about it is playing the Green Bay Packers was probably one of the easiest roles of starting out that he could possibly have. And it still was just too much. They want to blame the defense, but Dak was responsible for at least two of them two tugs. He threw a pick six, like he always do in the playoffs. He threw one going to Gallup against the Niners. It's his ability to read in big moments. It's his ability to perform in big moments. So unless Cowboy Nation is just satisfied with just doing good in the season, and maybe hopefully we might can go on a hot run, maybe. Unless they want to live with that, then something has to change. It has to change. It has to change. I mean, I seen something, man, on Twitter, man. I can't remember who I seen it from, but it was a good question. So I can't even give proper credit to it. But he said, like, what quarterback in their mid-30s, like, peaked? And he couldn't answer that question. See, you may can get better with age, but at the same time, we already know like you was one of them ones. It's crazy how Love, uh, the Texas quarterback, uh, Burrow. It's crazy how all these quarterbacks is coming in and showing you that they have the ability to get it done early. But when have you seen Dak Prescott show you the ability to be able to get it done? What we see from Dak Prescott, that's why we keep saying like 2016 was his best season. Because that game manager is what Dak Prescott could do at his best. Just take care of the football. Don't make crucial mistakes. Move the chains. Run, use your legs. But Dak doesn't do that. Not in big moments. You see, when Cam Newton gave him credit, it wasn't even criticism because not everybody a star. When Cam Newton told him that he was a game manager, that's exactly what Dak Prescott is. He was that even at Mississippi State. He just was playing in college. He was that at Mississippi State. He is who he is. And we done gave him weapons to enhance who he is, but he still couldn't get it done because you know why? He missing that mentality. Tyron that left the plantation. They also saying that this was Dak's first year in that new system. Mike really likes him from what I keep hearing. Mike don't want to start over. That's why. Mike want to rock with him because Mike know that this is probably the best available quarterback that he could possibly get as far as being a vet, not having to start over already in his system. He don't want to deal with Trey Lance because it will cause for him to have patience. And he in his last season trying to go ahead and compete and try to win to go ahead and keep his job and hopefully he can get an extension, right? You know, because having a Dallas Cowboys job is what Mike would love to keep and have. And but he knows that the odds is against him. Like they done gave him a new defensive coordinator. So he like, shit, man, the defense is already what it was. This is Mike's third defensive coordinator in his tenure. Third. But the offense would be the same. But it's going to be an interesting year. You know why? You know why it's going to be so interesting? Because we got some competition in the regular season from what we've seen on the schedule. Now, we know things can change. Things always change, right? Injuries happen, right? Just like we thought that we was going to see A-Rod, and A-Rod got hurt the first game. So things change. But from what we see right now, we got some nice competition, especially week 1. So Dak is going to get tested week 1. Week 1. And you're going to see. You're going to see the adversity. See, when Dak goes through adversity, right? When he goes through adversity, he always folds. Always puts his head down. When he puts his head down, you know it's like it's over. When he got that defeated look, you know, y'all know that defeated look that Dak got, you know it's over. He may be out there trying to compete. He may be out there trying to get them to still believe, but in his head, he know that he's defeated. He can't fool nobody. You can't fool your offensive lineman when they're looking at you to go ahead and get the next play. You can't fool. You can't fool them. You can't fool your quarterback, your wide receivers. You can't fool them. You can't fool them. You know, I seen some BS talking about some so-called offensive guru rated the Dallas Cowboys offensive line number 6 or something like that. How could you do that when 1, we have a rookie left tackle, 2, we don't even know who the hell the center going to be, 3, Zach Martin's coming off his worst season as a Cowboy, and 4, Terrence Steele was hot garbage. The only one that you go ahead and be like, yeah, he was one of them ones, was Tyler Smith. People looked at me crazy when I said that he was the best offensive lineman this last season, that he's the best on the team. They looked at me crazy. Now look, they ready to recognize it. Terrence Steele was hot garbage. And the cool thing about it is, from the observations of looking at the Terrence Steele tape from last season to what he did this season, right? Or 2 seasons ago and last season, was that we ran the ball more, which is to his strength. So in order so we pretty much paid a right tackle that his pride and joy is run blocking. See, when you pay a right tackle, he needs to be damn good at pass protection. You don't overpay run blocking right tackles. You can always find that. Shit, if you wanted a run blocking right tackle, you should have drafted that Texas tackle that I like this year. You should have drafted him and got him for the cheap, but you didn't. You don't pay run blocking right tackles. You pay ones who pass blocking. They are that, or if they could do both of them good. You don't just pay ones that just see, like, if we drop back 40 plus times, Terrence still probably might have troubles. But if we run the ball like we did the previous year when we had Zeke and TP, then you probably get a good season out of Terrence Steele. He'll have a better season this year, I'm sure of it. But how do you get paid and put up, even if you have bad games coming off the end, bro, you shouldn't look like that. Just like when people try to blame Michael Gallup talking about it's his injury. No, he looks trash. He's trash. And then come to find out again, whole off season, he still was trash. They might make that same mistake with Terrence Steele. They might have pulled a gun a little bit too quick. Zach Martin, he just was in it for the money. That's why he held out, because he knew, like, man, my time is about to end. Let me get paid. And that's exactly what he did. And they paid him. I don't see. And then we went on ahead and brought a running back who was 2 to 3 steps slow. And he's your best running back. That shit doesn't make no sense, y'all. It doesn't. But this is the Dallas Cowboys that we got. We got Trayvon Diggs coming off. And this is the Dallas Cowboys that we got. And then we got number 11. Oh, man, speaking of number 11, man, let me talk about this real quick, man, before I close, man. True, but they also saying guys like Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts had a great OC that simplified it for him. I agree with you. Dak is going in his mid-30s, so he don't got the same. Yep. Mm-hmm. And they had success early on in his careers. What success has Dak got? You know? What was I getting ready to say? Oh, man. Number 11, Micah. He crying because he voted like number 3 in the pass rushing. Micah Parsons, you're not that guy. You're not that guy. You're not him. You're not him. There's a whole bunch of pass rushers that's better than you. And they have less athletic talent than you do. That Bengals pass rusher, Hendrickson, you look at him, he ain't nothing athletic about him. That's skill. Crosby, better than you. Hutchinson, shit, he damn near like Joey Bosa. He ain't got the most athletic one. Skill. Myles Garrett, better than you. TJ Watt, better than you. Will Anderson, better than you. And if they was talking about edge, then yeah, because if they include the interior too, then I can name you some interior that's better than you too. And there's a couple more edge rushers that I can't think of right now. Preston Smith is better than you. Preston Smith is better than you. And that's a fact. You know, and there's some old timers, man, who they don't move as good, so we won't include them in the mix. But I just named you probably over 5 people that's better than Michael Parsons. But he crying because he got double team in his rate. Come on, man, you playing against scrubs. Let me see you go against some good offensive tackle. Let me see you do that against Laramie Tunsil this year. you know, don't we got some good tackles that we could why you didn't do that against Trent Williams if you was one of them ones? Because I seen Ware whoop on Trent Williams before. I done seen DeMarcus Lawrence whoop on Trent Williams before. But you a young, 25-year-old dude who's a vet, who should know, who should got some type of bag by now, and you're quitting? And you're quitting. Yeah, all right. Come on, G. You're not one of them ones. You're overrated. You're a tweener. You're a utility player. You really don't have a position. So any defensive coordinator, so if Zimmer was smart, he would use you like a utility player this year instead of a permanent DN because you're not that. So we're going to see how smart Zimmer is. We're going to see how smart Mike Zimmer is. Or is he just here to collect a check? I think they're going to think it's success. If Mike Zimmer sit over there and improve the run defense, they're going to think it's a success. I think that's how it's looking. And it ain't that. And it ain't that. We getting close to training camp. What if we about like a week or two away, a couple of weeks away at best? We getting here. We're close. And we still ain't got no D tackle, y'all. What the hell is this? So what, you're gonna go ahead and spend a lot of resources to get a D tackle? Oh gee. Man. Hey, look, man. Since your boy DQ didn't want to stop the run, they want to try to talk about this linebacker. DQ ain't stopped the run since he been here. Since DQ want to go ahead and BS us, right? So DQ can send us one of the Bama boys then. Since he wanted to be do us a favor and send us one of them Bama boys. Shit, 2 of them. I'll take both of them. I think that podcast ruining Mike MO2. Much of a distraction in the locker room. Oh, distraction. Much of a distraction in the locker room. Plus Mozzie looking like a bust. Yeah. And then what was so disappointing though, right? They talking about how Mozzie put on all this all this weight, and to come to find out on the weigh-ins, he wasn't even 310 pounds. Now look, Mozzie, I hope you're listening to this, Mozzie. Somebody please clip this to Mozzie. Mozzie, you're not the type of dude that can be light and have success in the NFL. You can't be 310 and have success in the NFL. You say you want to be, that's not true, Mozzie. You are when you're 330 pounds, he moves well for a 330 pounder. But when you're lighter, your athleticism is not on display because now you're lighter, but you haven't improved in your athleticism. But the way that you're built, when you're that big, oh man, you're an athlete for your size, and that could be an advantage, especially with the added strength. But when you think that you can only be 305 and 310 pounds, maybe 315 pounds at best, it's not going to work for us. So you need to get sloppy. You don't want to hold that weight. Then what you playing football for? Because you ain't no defensive end. What is you playing ball for? You know every football player has to go ahead and come to the realization that they got to keep this weight on till they done playing. Then if you want to go ahead and go on Jenny Craig after that, then go on Jenny Craig. But right now, we need somebody that's going to be at the buffet every single day, having 5-6 plates every single day. You had 7 months now to put that weight on. You should have started as soon as you left. It ain't hard. You should have went on ahead and hollered at your boy Fahoku. Fahoku told you he put 60 pounds in the offseason on. You should have went on ahead and ate with him. But you didn't. Yeah, man. What's his name, man? Malik Hooker said, hey, man, it's cool because this is how it's evolved. Like, you don't do the podcast, but when you put that energy and effort to the podcast and we still can't stop the run, then he looking like, man, what's really your priority? And that was a fact. Now, I hated that Malik Hooker wanted to go ahead and kind of go back on it because he got some backlash to it. Man, you should stand on that because, hey, man, we agree with you. Like, we wasn't even tripping on Micah doing all that talking until we see that he don't back it up. Then that's when we started getting on this dome piece. I wasn't always thinking about this with Micah, man. People know, man, I used to speak praises of Micah Parsons before. But when we start seeing that hoism, we like, man, what's going on with this? This ain't right. You talk all that stuff, but you getting hemmed up. And then what really pissed me, I'm gonna tell you what really pissing me off right now too is Damone Clark still having a big role. When Damone Clark show you that he ain't got no heart. I'm sorry, man. I don't give a damn if he was 205 pounds. I still never seen Marquise Bell get done like that. What Dawkins did to you against the Buffalo Bills. Come on, man. Like you got a whole name, like that's trademark. Like when we see linebackers, when we see anybody get dead, we like, damn, he got Damone Clark. Bro, he took you down the field 25 yards and then finished you off and pancaked you in the end zone. That is so embarrassing. I would have did if that would have been me, I would have did what Vontae Davis did. I'd have been like, I'm done. You're like, what you mean you done? I'm done. I'm gone. I'm retired. I'm done. Like, what you mean? Man, this man done drugged me 25 yards down the field against my will. And I went with him rolling. That man was rolling down a river. And then he went on his back. Come on, G. Where your heart at? No heart. No heart. This is going to be torture this year, y'all. This is going to be torture this year, man. Like, I mean, what they gonna probably do? They gonna try to probably get a Brent Urban type of signing. I think Jerry Jones said, forget this season. He gonna be all in for try to be all in for next year. I think he like, let's see what Dak do this year. If he don't do it, we're gonna start over. Yeah, I think he's trying to see a lot of factors, so he just rolling with it. I think he gave up already on this season. This is damn near like a retool, rebuild, however you want to see a season, because there's no way that somebody that's all in will allow their roster to look like this. This is crazy. You have holes everywhere, and you have uncertainty everywhere. And you're relying on young players coming off of injuries or who didn't even get to step up last year and thinking that they're going to go ahead and do that this year. Now, if they step up, all of them step up, cool, man. We probably going to have a good season. If they all step up, but they all going to have to step up. They all going to have to play bigger. They all going to have bigger roles. If that was the case, this is ridiculous, y'all. You know, usually, you know, you can go ahead maybe sometimes and feel the optimism. I ain't feel that optimism this year. I had optimism last year. I'm like, yeah, you know, and we pretty much had what I think I was like one game off of my prediction last year, like one game off. I think I predicted like 11, and we had 12. This year, I don't see double digits at this point in time right now. I see like maybe 9. See 9 or something. Yep. That's cold. That's cold. Yep. And that's all it's gonna be. It's him selling them tickets. It's him selling them tickets, man. Man, I hope Trey Lance play ball this year, man. I hope that man come out and play some ball. Because that'll save us some money. And then it will be no excuse for him not to go in. Like, Trey Lance ain't going to command that much. Like, if Trey Lance was to go ahead and say, for instance, if he was a takeover, Trey Lance would probably get paid 30-something mil or something. You know? 30-something mil. Come on, man. You ain't taking that. With the quarterback market, everybody getting paid like 50 mil. You ain't 60. You ain't taking that 30 mil halfway and still probably get better production. See, I can see Trey Lance. I mean, Trey Lance right now sometimes may have an ugly game, but then make that 1 or 2 plays that'll go ahead and seal the game and win the game. It's all about wins, man. It's all about production. Stats don't tell the whole story. Not the whole story. They'll look at Dak's stats and be like, oh, man, look what he did at Green Bay. But when you watch the game, you're like, damn. That game, you know, that eye test will tell you everything you need to know, y'all. Man, well, we going to see y'all, man. But anywho, y'all, man, till the next time, y'all, we gone.